Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so we're going to do another comic book review. This is going to be the first arc from All New Wolverine from 2016. The story is titled Four Sisters and it runs from issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this was a part of the all new, all different Marvel initiative. So the all new, all different part of a company wide revamp of several characters to include younger and more diverse characters. So a lot of attention was given to the characters of like Riri Williams, the Jane Foster Thor, Sam Wilson Captain America, Ms. Marvel, and others. Now, of course, most of these replacement characters were not going to stick around. Permanently and replace the established superstars. And title replacement heroes been a trope that Marvel and DC have been doing literally for decades, and the status quo always reasserts itself. But at the time, it's seen as a big deal as there were more minority and younger characters and more teenage characters. For what it's worth, for people, I'm sure most people know, but the original Wolverine is named Logan Howlett, and he was created by Lin Wein back in the 70s. He first appeared in Incredible Hulk and was quickly added to the revamped X-Men comic itself, entitled All New, All Different X-Men, and slowly became the most popular member of the team. So Laura Kinney is one of a couple of Wolverine spin-off characters that are still part of the main continuity. This would include Dakin, who is Logan's forgotten, long-lost biological son. And there was another character called Wild Thing, who was the daughter of Logan and Elektra from the future, I guess it's the MC2 or MC squared universe. I'm not so sure if they still use that character. But Laura Kennedy was X-23. She was created for the X-Men Evolution TV cartoon by Craig Kyle in 2003. In the comic, she first appeared in the NYX comic in 2004, and then she starred in a couple of miniseries before starring in her own ongoing series. Basically, Laura is a clone of Logan developed by a scientist trying to replicate the Weapon X program that created Wolverine. After 22 failed attempts, the scientists switched to female chromosomes and then were successful, hence X-23. After a series of tragedies and different other events, Laura finds her way to the X Mansion, more or less joins the team, or joins the school, I should say, and kind of takes off in terms of popularity amongst the fans. Okay, so getting back to this series, at this point, due to a series of events that we're not going to get into, Logan has supposedly died, and Laura takes up the mantle of Wolverine. The story opens as Laura is trying to stop an assassination attempt in Paris. The assassin dies, and we see that she looks exactly like Laura, and we soon discover that the assassin is one of 4 remaining clones of Laura, and they're being hunted by a co-op organization called Alchemex. And Laura decides to help these sisters bring Alchemex to justice. Along the way, we run into guest stars like Angel from the X-Men, Doctor Strange, and the Wasp from the Avengers. The story is a fun action-paced romp, a fun, fast-paced action romp. There's a couple of interesting twists, but it's not overly complex or heavy, but that's fine. It's good at what it's trying to be, and there's some decent characterization and humor to balance out the chase scenes, explosions, and fights. So I really like David Lopez's art style. It's a fun mix of Bronze Age, standards and greats like Sal and John Buscema, John Byrne, Alan Davis. Great action layouts and pacing. Maybe see a little bit of Frank Miller and George Perez in there. Probably some anime and manga influence as well. But just to give you a little taste here, I'm just going to show you some stuff at random. We got stuff like this. Cacao, Bingo,
Bingo, Zoom, Zorp, Zowie, Powie, Wowie. And you can see he does a good job of doing basic, really clear layouts. He's good with in-panel composition. You do a pretty decent. Here's some more action stuff. And he's pretty decent at doing, dramatic close-ups as well. And he has a really decent grasp on basic human anatomy and how to make that work in a kind of old-fashioned, straightforward superhero context. And he's pretty decent too with facial emotions, as you can see here. Although sometimes he'll throw in something a little more overtly cartoony, just for effect. And here's a pretty cool double page spread, right? All right. Okay, so so all in all, it's a pretty fun comic. Not too deep, not too complex, not too heavy. It's just pretty much a fun kind of action romp, action adventure romp. But Tom Taylor and David Lopez really pull it off. Nice, tight story. A lot of fun. So there we go. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. You take it easy.